Welcome to the Uncle Hack Podcast, where dudes pretty much just talk dude shit.
Welcome to another episode of the Uncle Hack Podcast. Live in studio. Great show for you today. We got roast battle recap after the weekend. All the events that unfolded at Station on Jasper in Edmonton. Some bullshit. Sam Walker's up to his dirty little tricks. Him and the Weasel are back at it again. What else we got for you? I feel like this audio is going to be blown out. I really hope not, but we shall see. Anyways, dudes on social media. I got a interesting email that skipped by me about episode 70. There was a guy, something about an ex-old lady fighting in the street, and it was a fan question. Speaking of, down in the description down below, you can leave me a voicemail on Google Forms. You just got to sign up. Sign into Gmail, sign into your Gmail, then you can drop a audio recording. We tested it. It now works. You just need to sign into your Google account. You can leave a voice recording of yourself. Yes. Episode 70, I have somebody return and start telling me about how I was wrong for what I said. Some lady emailed me. We'll get to that later in the episode. Dudes on social media, the things that are annoying me right now about that. I don't have any reference video, but just things that I've seen over time. You know, I don't like it. I don't like the path that we're on right now, gentlemen. So that's in for the episode. First off, roast battle recap, okay? You're looking at the number one contender right now. I went in. Roast Battle Royale took down two competitors, Erica Moscow and Brad Semituk, in the finals to make me the number one contender spot. I don't got targets on my back yet, but I will. I do have one target and one target only, Alicia Schneider, who beat Sam Walker on the weekend. And I don't know if you're paying attention to our social medias, Danger Cats Comedy on Instagram. There's also a Discord thread that you can join where all the boys are talking about what's going on behind the scenes with Walker, what's happening. That's in the description down below. And it's getting out of hand. You know, I couldn't even bask in my glory because this guy's got to make everything about him. Walker storms out of the joint with the goddamn title. Couldn't even pass it along to the current champ. So the current champ right now, Alicia Schneider, doesn't even have the title. He stormed out of there, went running in the streets like a maniac. He looked like Joker in Gotham City, for Christ's sakes. It's insane. The guy has a undeniable love for this title. He's earned it 5 times, lost it 5 times, 6 now, sorry. He's lost it 6 times now. And here we sit today. You know, some of this may be blown out of proportion. Some of you may think that Sam Walker is just playing it up so that way we can get clicks. But listen, I've been on the road with a guy I spent 10 days with him in Austen. And I'm here to tell you that title is a part of him. That is a big piece of his identity. So to lose such a thing it's a bad break. You know those breakups where it takes a piece of you away and you just become bitter, resentful. You have like almost a disgust for the world. I feel like that's what he's going through right now. I don't know. Can't speak for him, but his antics online haven't changed. I mean, Christ almighty, there was a video of him on Instagram where he's got the title strapped to his arm, going for chicken wings, for Christ's sakes. I'll bring that up here in 1 second, and I'll give you commentary on top of it for those watching or listening in the work truck. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with here. Let me drag this over here. This is Sam Walker. I don't know the establishment that he's walked into, but this is Sam Walker towing in and what looks to be a nice little pup going for some chicken wings. And he's got the Hold on here. He's got a briefcase handcuffed to his wrist with pink fuzzy handcuffs. He's putting it on the table. He's getting a close shot. It looks like Forte's up to his antics here. The woman, the waitress sees this and just goes, "What the hell is going on?" But this is how far Sam takes it. It's to the next level. He's trying to weasel his jacket off. His mullet's looking phenomenal right now, though. And she is just, look at this. He takes it off for 1 second and puts it, handcuffs it back to his wrist. Holy hell. He even pissed with it on. May I use the machine as well?
Yeah. Because what's in here is so valuable that I can't leave it unattended for even a second.
So they're relinquishing of the belt April 16th at the Danger Room at the Comedy Cave this weekend. Sam Walker is going to have to give that title to Alicia Schneider. He's went on record and said that he will hand it over. I mean, it's going to be difficult for him. You know, that is a difficult thing to hand off. He's worked so hard to get it. He did initially beat me to regain the strap, which is quite hilarious. Now that I'm in the number one spot, he had to go and lose it then. I almost think he deliberately threw the match because, my first roast battle ever, I had to go in. I battled Alex Carr, beat him, went 1-0 for my first roast battle ever. I beat my first ever competitor, and then they put me up against the 5-time champion to battle for the strap, as if to put me up on a pedestal. This is like a new wrestler getting a title shot his first day on job, and then they set me up to fail with this roast battle. So when Brett Forte was running it, it was always weasel effects. It was always something. There's always something in the air. And I sound like I'm bitching, and I'm not. Okay, I was grateful for the opportunity, and it is flattering that they felt that me being so brand new to comedy that I was able to take place in a title match, in a roast battle, So that is flattering to me. But you put me against the 5-time champion. He's been there numerous times again. That's like your second UFC fight. You're going for the strap. It doesn't happen, okay? Yeah, when Forte ran this clown league, that's what happened. They put a new guy against a 5-time champion. And it's like, you remember when Conor McGregor first broke into the UFC? They didn't give him a title strap. They gave him a few fights. Let's build this guy up. No, they wanted to tear me down from my social media presence, apparently. What can you do? But yes. So now I'm battling Alicia Schneider in the finals for a title match May 6th in Calgary, Alberta. Yucks. That's what's going down. Your boy's going against him. The current champ against him. But yeah, I find it funny that Sam now all of a sudden loses the title just in time for me to actually battle him. I'm almost thinking that he threw it in a way. There was a little recap of the night. First off, I battled Erica Moscow from Fort McMurray, and then I was against Brad Semituk, and it went to a joke-off. It was neck and neck right to the end. It went to the joke-off, and I took it there. Took him out in overtime, Took him out in overtime. We moved on. Now we're the number one contender, and I finally get a battle for the title. I've gotten to the final and lost every single time. First Danger Cats roast battle, Faris Haitia beat me in the finals. The second one, I ended up hosting. Was I hosting that one? Yeah, because this is volume. No, this is what the hell happened in volume 2? Oh, right. It was Edmonton versus Calgary, and the two captains went against one another. Me versus Brett Forte again. I'm going against veteran roasters as a rookie. I'm still a rookie. We're only 4 into this. 4 roast battles, and I'm battling for the title. That goes to show that some people step up to opportunity. Some people, after a loss, they go and cry in their basement, never return to the roast arena again. But I'm a sick bastard, apparently, and I need this type of torture in my life constantly, it seems like. But yes, that's going down. May 6th, title match, me and Alicia Schneider. I don't know, hopefully, and it's at Yuck, so Walker's not even allowed in the building. He's banned from there. He can't even come in and witness what it's like to actually beat her. Embarrassing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm already writing. I'm getting ready. Stretching out. Back in the gym. Oh, I went last night. I'm already sore. I got to get in the routine of going to the gym. I'm just being a schlub lately, not getting proper rest, not eating correctly. So it's title fight time, We were fucking around for a while there. Not anymore. We're back in the game, baby. What else happened that night? Yeah, he loses the title and then storms off into the night like a fucking maniac right into the streets of Edmonton. I don't understand the guy. I don't. Just give up the title. Give it to her so I can strip her of it. There's a strip off actually as well. Alicia allegedly went to a amateur night here at a local strip club in Edmonton. They don't pay me, so I'm not giving them free promo. So she went to, allegedly, okay? I don't have any proof. This is just hearsay, okay? Went down, competed in an amateur night. Walker catches wind of this, right? Walker catches wind of it, that she places last in the amateur strip night. And so by disrespecting one of the most prolific jobs in this province, it's a circle, strippers and rig pigs, oil patch fellas. We enjoy going to the ballerinas, heading to the Tinas, and tipping a few back and enjoying the evening, watching entertainment in front of us. And that is the finest entertainment you can possibly find. Me a better night, right? We went over this in past episodes. We've went over this numerous times about the strippers. Why would you want to go get boners with your friends? Because it's much better than sexually assaulting 20-year-olds while rubbing against them, trying to weasel your way up to a bar to get a beer. I'd much rather just view it. And I'll go home and jerk off like a respectful man that I am. Like a respectable citizen of this fucking so-called country that we're living in. But Walker caught wind of this by disrespecting the art of stripping. He challenges her to a strip-off since she wanted to go up there and make a mockery of it. And it was something else. We're reviewing the footage right now. It'll be on Patreon, patreon.com/dangercat69. You can watch the full roast. Past 3 are already up there. Roast battles volume 1 through 3 are up there. Number of people came through, Gulliver Twist, another local guy. Nick McQuick is volume 3. We have Alicia's in there a few times, battling her way to the top. There's a few good episodes sitting there, so you can get up to date on all the things that are happening on our YouTube channel. We've been documenting all the nonsense behind the scenes. Sam Walker's profile on Instagram is a great place to get caught up with it, as well as Brett Forte's. So we'll see. May 6th, title match. It's going down. Me and Alicia. Other dates that we got this weekend: relinquishing of the title at the Danger Room, April 16th at the Comedy Cave. April 23rd, we are in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Myself and Walker and a special guest will be coming with us. May 3rd here in the city, I'm taking part of Funniest Person with a Day Job at the Comic Strip, Edmonton, Alberta. And then May 7th, I am in Lethbridge with Nick McQuick at Good Times Comedy Club. He's recording his album Porn Stories, which also he is here this weekend, April 16th. You can get tickets at dangercatshop.com for all of those except for Funniest Person with a Day Job. Nick's doing a little warm-up set this weekend, so be sure to check that out if you're in Edmonton. Want to catch a show? Tickets are for free for doing a little warm-up down at Station on Jasper. So head down there, check that out. and enjoy yourself a little fucking laugh on all of us on all of these dates. Let's get into this episode. It was the roast battle recap, pretty much. Walker's out of his mind. Forte's fumbling around, piecing it all together. So we'll see what happens. May 6th, all I got to focus on is writing for Alicia Schneider, saying some horrible things about a female, which, you know, around these parts, not so uncommon. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Fellas, I'm getting tired of you guys on social media acting like cucks. I am. I'm really tired of it. I can't stand it. It's always cry. Right now, we're living in this weird time, okay? Everybody enjoys putting out their problems online. You know, nobody talks with one another anymore. What the hell is happening, gents? I don't like it. You know what this is? This is bathroom graffiti is what it is, you know? It's bathroom graffiti, but much more gay. And I say that respectfully to the queer community, but what I mean by this is, gentlemen, what are you doing? We don't need to be going online and making TikToks with, the reason I don't fucking hang out with women anymore is once you get your heart broken one more time. You're supposed to be the fucking heartbreaker, okay? We live in this time right now that we all feel that it is necessary to put every single little issue that we go through in life online. You feel like you need to out somebody for the most minuscule things to get this online approval, and then you get your pat on the back, a little shot of dopamine so you can get through your day and not have to pop a Xanax just to go get a Slurpee from 7-Eleven. You know? It's driving me nuts. We got to get our shit together, gentlemen. I don't enjoy. Yeah, I get it. We don't like... Listen, nobody likes working. Nobody does. Get over it. Quit crying. Nobody enjoys. There's much other shit that we would much rather do as men and women. Don't get me wrong. Ladies, you're included in this too, because you're not excused from just throwing into the void whatever issue you're going through that day. But gentlemen, hear me out. We used to be funny, right? We used to be funny. Now, I don't know what happened. Is our self-confidence down? Are we just weak-minded? I don't know what's happening. But I'm seeing way too many dudes on social media whimpering and whining about what's happening in their life, how they got fucked over. The reason I don't like girls is they always fuck me over. Well, listen, you met her half snapped at a dance club with her titty hanging out, and you expected this woman to be the greatest thing. You know, you had one good year, and the rest, like the last two, were trash. See, we get complacent, and we start thinking like everything, everything's just going to be like it was in the beginning. It never is, okay? Just over time, you start to just get, it's just, that's the way of life. Where it's not in caveman times, you know, where you went out and hunted, you brought home the bacon. Literally, you brought home some bacon. You cooked it. You went and got a meal. And this woman is supposed to bear your children. Where now things are a little difficult. We're all a little fucked up. We're all looking to figure it out. And nobody has it figured out. This is all brand new. This is like in the past 10 years, we've advanced ourselves so far into the future that we just kind of sit around with our hands in the air. What the fuck? I'm still broke. Oh, God. I gotta wake up in the morning, go to work, and fucking come home and listen to this woman bitch at me because I don't fucking do that. Hey, technology has made us realize that being alone isn't so bad, okay? And why I figured that out, okay? I did my own research. After watching some gentlemen, I was watching YouTube videos of these lads that just went completely off the grid. And they started building their own place in the middle of the woods, just with timber, whatever they could find around him. One guy started with a tent, and now he's got like a workshop. Everything's powered by the hydroelectricity, solar panels. He's got himself a little loft, little shitter in the backwoods, built himself a small little shop for his woodworking, and then his metalworking's going upstairs. Everything's powered, and he's off the grid. He's off the grid. Not entirely. He still has internet and all that shit out there, so that way he can edit videos of what he's up to, what he's doing. So he's not entirely off the grid. So him saying that was like, okay, pop the brakes, pal. We're not all the way there yet, okay? But I mean, I asked myself, what pushed him to that point? And he was a pretty smart young man. What pushes a guy to that point? Is it having your heart broken that many times that you just can't deal with society anymore? Is it you can't live up to the standards that some people have for you? Does it push you out to just be like, fuck it, I'm going to live in the woods. I'm taking my dog and I'm just disappearing for a while, if not the rest of my life. Do you just cut everybody off? I wonder what happens. What pushes you to that? You know? I often think about it. Like, man, because I don't really fall into the category of like materialism is going to make me who I am. I don't find fancy clothing or, you know, if somebody is wearing Gucci, it gives them some sort of status above me. You know, those pictures of the knobs that like stack the money up their arm and then like grab their hat and look down at their shoes. Meanwhile, they're standing in front of their father's car or one that they found in the parking lot to make it look like, hey, we get money. And then they hand that stack of cash to their next buddy and he does the same thing with it. It's like, yeah, look at us. Look at us getting money. I'm getting money in this motherfucker. I don't know what it is with that. Not entirely sure, but it annoys me. Why? I don't know. It's just like, hey, look it. I lack every other characteristic, or I lack so many other qualities that I rely on materials to like make me look cool. You know, you're not funny. You can't hold a conversation. You're borderline retarded. You got to brag about all your shit all the time. It drives a guy nuts. Those are the worst people to talk to. You can't have a fun conversation because it always turns into, well, did you see that I made 360% increase in gains the other day on Dogecoin? So that right there is what makes me better than you. Look what I got in my portfolio. Know what women need to do is start dating broke guys. Broke guys are the best. Trust me, they are. Because broke guys with a happy personality. Those are the best because they'll figure out how to do the funnest shit in the most cheapest fashion, which is great. I love saving money. You love saving money, which breaks me. Yeah, I break out into a sponsorship. It'd be like it's an MLM for travel, like I did when I was younger. Oh God, I was one of those guys. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen like. Remember everybody holding those blue signs, wish you were here? Do you remember that? It was, I can't remember the name of the company, but I got roped into an MLM. I was one of those assholes, right? Walking around, wish you were here, started getting everybody into it. The name will come into play here once it hits me. I'm not that embarrassed of it, you know, or else I wouldn't be talking about it. But I got roped into an MLM. I did. And, the people, I remember distinctly that there was one woman in there and she sat there. This is the delusion that sits in some people's heads, right? So they'd always do these conferences, and I don't know why I'm tailing off this. This is probably why would push me to want to live in the woods after sitting in this conference. One sec here. Grab a sip of water. So we got roped into one of these conferences, right? It was at like the Travelodge in Lethbridge, Alberta. And they brought in one of these assholes that makes a decent wage off of this stuff. Just roped in all these people. It's all about how hard you grind, right? It's all about just like, you just got to get out there and grind. It's a fucking scam. You're selling a useless product to people that they don't want. How many people travel enough in a year to make this useful? Well, they have benefits. You get tire discounts at certain places. You get all sorts of things, right? Just by having a membership with us. But what you really want is somebody, you're a con artist. Call it what it is. But anyways, there was this woman that spoke to us, and she got up there and tried to make it sound like it was so hard to be hot. And I'll give it to her. She was a gorgeous looking gal. Got up there, and do you understand? Even for me, it's hard, she says. And everybody looked at one another like, she didn't. You did not. Just say that. Yeah, it's difficult. Because she was just like crushing it. Because all these guys would sign up to this fucking thing, right? They'd all sign up to it, thinking that they were going to get a shot at shoving their fucking dink down her throat. Every single one of them, she's hot, I think I'm going to try and fuck her. And then she'd rope him into... Good honor. Good honor, though. Use that to your advantage because you're not going to be hot forever, okay? Make your money while you can. You know? It's like everybody getting up in arms about these OnlyFans girls. Listen, you think that they're going to be smokes till the end? No. That's why when like 23-year-old girls will be like, yeah, well, you're ugly. Hey, buckle up. It's coming. You know? Twerk while you can while on TikTok. Honestly. If you have no sag in your tits, you're a good-looking girl, and your morals are fucking lower than the depths of the sea, by all means, show your hammers on OnlyFans and make your money while you're good looking. I am not opposed to that. I have zero against that. You should take advantage of that. I, however, cannot. I am not a Brad Pitt. I'm balding. I'm 31 years old, balding. I'm a little chubby right now. Haven't hit the gym in a minute. Where if I was blessed with the aesthetics and beauty of a 22-year-old female from Florida, soft kiss, okay, we don't need to get that deep into it. You know what I'm saying, right? And I'm blessed with that. I'm taking advantage of it. I don't think anybody, what a whore. No, it's a genius. That's somebody taking advantage of a situation that was presented to them. Sorry you're ugly. Get to work, okay? Get my Amazon package out the door. Get in the warehouse. Start putting trinkets in the boxes, taping them up, and get them out the fucking door, okay? No one wants to see. It's hilarious. You get these just mutants whining why they're making no money on OnlyFans. Gee, I don't know. I'm only making $100 a month off OnlyFans. Well, time to look in the mirror. You know, nobody wants to see. We can watch ugly people fuck on Reddit threads. You know, if I want to see grotesque nudity, I go to Reddit threads. That's where I go, okay? If I want to see pristine beauty, you pay the $4.99. You pay the $4.99. Oh, well, that's fucking ridiculous. Some of these women are making $200,000 a month showing their pussy. No. That's taking advantage. Just like this lady at, I can't remember what it was. I was in two of them. One was Visalis, and it was like a soy-based protein powder that we all used in the gym at one point. And we were like, fuck it, whatever. Someone like pitched us the idea, and you're like, what? We can make money off of this? And there was another fighter in the city, and he was making like $4 or $5 a month off that. And I was like, damn, I could do that. I could sell protein powder. And I gave it a whirl, and I did okay. I was getting like residual checks after for like $1,200 a month. It was helping me with my rent and paying for my training and shit like that so I could fight MMA. I was like 21 years old and doing it and just hustling. I was grinding, dude. I was just fucking straight up grinding. But I was a skinny little runt, and it wasn't until my ex at the time like did like their little shake fucking bullshit that they're like, hey, let's deprive you of calories so you can lose weight diet plan. And she lost like 30, maybe 40 pounds doing it. So then all of a sudden, all these girls are like, what? Get me on this stuff. What's the magic behind it? Get me on it. I want to be skinny for summer. Well, lady, it is summer. Okay? Calm down. Time for a little ad read. Use podcast69 at dangercatshop.com to get 15% off all your orders today. Hats, t-shirts, hoodies, skateboards, gloves. We got it there waiting for you. We're trying to get rid of some old stock by taking it on the road with us. And hey, it's great merch, quality merch. You look great out there doing it. Plus, it tells everybody around you that you're an absolute weapon. You get it. You're a guy's guy. You're a dude's dude. You see that logo, the Danger Cats logo out in public, and what do you think? I like that guy. Or if you're a little bit of a fucking pussy, you probably think, this guy's an asshole. I don't like him at all. Which is even better, because then everybody stays away from you that you want to that you would like to stay away from anyways. Win-win. So dangercatshop.com, podcast 69 for 50% off your order today. Patreon.com/dangercat69 for exclusive episodes of the Uncle Hack podcast. Plus, this episode that you're listening to right now, you can get 48 hours earlier than everybody else. Wow, isn't that great? Plus, there's an exclusive log of Roast Battles. Roast Battles Volume 1 through 3 are now available. Roast Battles Volume 4 will be uploaded shortly, so you can get caught up with all the nonsense that we get up to behind the scenes on there. Plus, exclusive podcasts of Last Call Confidential are on there. The live podcast that myself and Nick McQuick do together. The monthly show is on there for you to view in front of a live audience. How fucking great is that? All right. Well, anyways, back to the episode. So that helped me out in my first one, but the second one, when that woman was sitting there telling me that, it is rather difficult being hot. It is, people don't take you serious. And I was like, oh, that's the fucking point. Don't let it. Who cares? Who gives a shit about them? It's every fucking idiot that walks up to you is trying to fuck you. So of course they're not going to take you serious. They're just going to agree with you on anything you say. So get their money in your pocket and go and enjoy your life and find somebody who will take you serious. You think you're going to find the love of your life at a fucking MLM convention? Is that what you're thinking? See, this is the issue. You're fucking up emotion with money. Sitting there, you're coaxing idiots while the blood in their brain has flowed all the way down to their cock and it's throbbing in their pants, and they think that they got an opportunity to shove that throbbing little schmeckle inside your vagine at a conference center. They think that they're going to convince you to go into a handicap stall and let you fuck them from behind. But meanwhile, just fuck them in the wallet. You're technically fucking them in the ass because they keep the wallet probably right by their ass. Get the credit card, get it in the system, keep on scamming these idiots, and move on. We don't need to hear a sob story about how it's so difficult being hot in this universe. Nobody wants to hear that shit. We want to hear, you know what? Cut it a little lower in the front, sell the soul for a minute, put your morals on the shelf. Who gives a shit? Get the check, then go tan your tits and find some fucking dream boy that you've been after. Here, we got to get a lecture about, you wouldn't believe. You think that's hard. You think life's hard not being taken seriously when you're good looking. Try being fucking ugly. It's awful. Nobody cares. Your fat ass gets lugged out of the crew truck. They're like, look at this slop. Look at this idiot. Schlubbing around site. Nobody wants to take him serious. He won't even go and get his goddamn journeyman. He refuses to go to trade school. He's been a fucking laborer his whole life, and he's the smartest guy on site, and we pay him $22.50 an hour. We should be paying him $45 an hour, but he's an asshole and won't go to trade school. So he's an idiot. Now try being that ugly and then go to a bar and trying to pick up someone like you, and then we'll see who takes who seriously. Okay? Meanwhile, you're fucking, this isn't your therapy session. Show the hammers, get these idiots, put their credit cards in the system, make your money and fuck off. That's what you need to do. That's how, That's why I respect these girls that are like, I'm a financial dom. And they rope in these morons that just shovel money into their account. Oh, hey, I need new heels. Give me money. Yes, ma'am. Take advantage of it. You're not hot forever. I applaud that. I wish I could do that. I wish that there was some MILF out there, divorcee, divorced twice, retired at 57, doesn't know how to spend her money. And she's like, God, you know what I'd love is just some fucking dancing idiot that wants to fuck me and I can spend money on. And if I fit your resume, if you need I would peg me at like a 5.5, maybe a 6 on a good day. I'm starting to wrinkle. I always got bags under my eyes. I don't sleep well. I haven't taken care of myself in the past 2 years, been eating bad. I'm slowly getting back into the gym. So we'll see how this goes. I'm losing my hair at 31. If that fits your resume and you want to complain to me how hot you once were and, life is changing, I will listen all day long as you pay for a mediocre lifestyle. I'm not looking for Gucci. I don't need a rollie on my wrist. I don't need $20,000 in diamonds hanging off my neck. No, I just don't want to have responsibility, okay? That's all I want. Nothing should matter. I want to be in that area. I want to be in that realm of life where, my problems consist of like, oh God, why is there sweetened almond milk in the fridge? I don't like sugar. Sugar gets me all antsy and I start thinking wild thoughts inside my head. That's the issues I want to have in life, Not, oh boy, I gotta wake up at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, get down to the office to record a podcast, and then I gotta edit videos all week. I don't want those issues, I want to hear the issues of someone who was once hot complain to me that nobody takes her serious anymore, How she scammed everybody in a multi-level marketing scheme, and that's how she made her money, found her husband. He happened to be higher up. They got into a little bit of a divorce. She took half, and then it happened again where she found somebody richer, got a quarter of what his millions were or whatever his wealth was sitting at, how much ever he had in the bank account. She took a little chunk home, got a house to live in, pool in the backyard, and she's just looking for some fucking retard that's going to feed her dick and grapes in the sunlight. That's it. Is that too much to ask for? The fuck do I got to do to get that? Do I got to go and complain to people about how fucking hard it is being ugly? How hard is it being ugly on the internet? Is that what I got to do? I got to go and fucking plant my ass in front of people. I should go hijack multi-level marketing events and be like, listen, you're not going to believe how hard YouTube is being this fucking ugly. The fuck do I got to do? What do I got to do to make my millions so I can retire young and hire blonde Asian hookers in Thailand to suck me off and rub my toes and give me fucking pad thai when I snap my fingers? What do I got to do? Am I banking on a lottery win at this point? This is something. This is an episode. This one went way off track, didn't it? Started like, what happens? And I go for fucking boys. What are we doing? I actually complain the most on the internet on this podcast, but I feel like I do it in an entertaining way. I'm not being like, listen, there's only, going all like that Morgan Wallen shit. There's only two. The city girl's gonna break your heart. They're gonna tear it out, eat it, shit it out, and serve it to you in a burrito just to give it back to you. We call that refried heartbreak. Because there's only two things that you're gonna find out. They fuck your best friend and your Uncle Willie, right? Isn't that how the song goes? Isn't that what it is? Fucking everybody crying. Why are we crying? Be angry. Vent. Yell. Get mad. Get angry. I miss when men got angry. Where's that? Just yell into the void. You don't need to scream at the wife in front of the children. Just go in the backyard and let like a loud fuck go. What happened to that? Do we not do that? Do kids not do that anymore? Instead of just like yelling into the void, into an empty space. You know, they just do TikToks into the void. Cheryl broke my heart. This is why I don't trust women. I love like gym bros after a heartbreak and be like, well, gotta head back to the iron. Going back. It's not an iron house. It's an iron home. We're heading back there. Rebecca decided that she wants to go and better herself. Went on a Thailand trip. Sucked off. Every frat boy from Australia came back to me while I was pumping iron, Daddy. What do? I better myself. I read Elon Musk tweets in the morning while shoveling 36 grams of protein into my fucking pancakes. That's what I do every morning. When I wake up, I read Elon Musk tweets with a Ronnie Coleman motivational video playing in the background while I flip over each pancake. And I look at my feet and be like, 5:30 in the morning, what are you doing? It's not a mindset, it's a grind set. That's why I don't trust women, because women don't fall in line with my grind set. Stay woke, brothers. It's completely ridiculous. But it's somewhat true. Every gym bro on social media right now, on TikTok, is always like, yeah, she broke my heart. My gym crush, bro. Gym crush, bro. Broke my heart, bro. What am I going to do? Is this something that just happens? What a world. All right. Okay, I'll quit. Let's get, yeah, that's right. Episode 70. Let's download this. Open this. Open. Excuse me. Look at this. This is phenomenal. Best response to the podcast I've ever had, by the way. Okay, here we go. I'll read this out. In response to, this is an email. I'll keep the email concealed. In response to 070 podcast. In response to the 070 podcast about the whole deadbeat mother of two and the 21-year-old, maybe we should fill everybody in on the fact he kicked her windshield in one night after he stalked her whereabouts because she wouldn't return his calls or reply to his text. He then ran off the road and rear-ended her. He also had proof from the doctor after their ultrasound that he attended. Proof dating the date of conception, which 100% added up to when he dumped, in quotation, his load multiple times. Wow, multiple times? Good for him. Great guy when he wants to put on the act, but it seemed to leave out a whole whack of details. He's made himself look like a fool around town. Big Shot also didn't kick his buddy's ass either. Showed up there hammered as fuck, tried to fight him, and they both ended up on the ground. And a Big Shot got one coward shot in. And Big Shot got one coward shot in. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? That is beautiful. That's what I'm here for. That is why small town drama happening here. Listen, this is Maury, Jerry Springer. You just send in your shit, right? And I respond to it. This is hilarious. He dumped in her multiple times. I love how she had to put that in, which 100% added up to when he dumped his load, in quotations, multiple times. Great guy when he wants to put on the act, but he seemed to leave out a whole whack of details. This is hilarious. They're using my podcast. I don't even know where the fuck these people are from. Could give a shit, quite honestly. But I'm assuming it's small town Canada. Small town anywhere, quite. Because this is the type of shit, you know. Anybody with a brain leaves their small town for a while to go find themselves. But the ones that just can't comprehend that the world is bigger than the walls of that town usually sit there and fester in shit like this Be like, yeah, I think I'm going to rear end the old lady, the ex, off the road, ran her off the road and rear-ended her the other day. Yeah, it was a little wild day. It was a Tuesday night. Had a few chicken wings down there at the local tavern and had a few too many drinks. She came in there screaming and yelling about I misplaced her Shania Twain CD. Next thing you know, I'm chasing her down the road, put her into the shrub, and the logo of my Cavalier just so ended up to meet the logo of her Cobalt. So it is what it is, We got a little bit of insurance payment ahead of us, and we'll get through it. We always do, I like that Big Shot. Also didn't kick Buddy's ass either. She's just outing him. This has to be a friend. Stalked her. Unless she's talking in third person, which is even funnier that she would email me and talk about this in third person. I assume this is a female. I assume, because this is something that a lady would do. A dude would be like trying to fuck her. The lady that we're talking about here, the quote unquote deadbeat mother of two, and the 21-year-old. Wait a minute. I recall this now. This is the guy that has the older lady in town. He was dating the cougar. So this makes this even funnier. So one of her cougar friends decided that they need to respond because nothing is happening in their life. We don't release names or nothing like that on this podcast because I could frankly give a shit. But this is just funny to me that somebody, I totally forgot about this, and I was scrolling through trying to find an email, and I read this, and I'm like, this is fucking funny. And I forgot to talk about it. That's why I'm bringing it up now, 9 episodes later, 9 weeks later. So maybe that kid is born. That's so funny. The 21-year-old. Yeah, so there's a band. Every small town has a band of ladies that just haven't left, They're always like, they're the ones like scooping in the fresh blood because everybody their age is like, yeah, I've known what's going on there. That's enough. But yes, I do recall because then he was like, we were kind of in and out. But yeah, oh man, this is so funny. Yeah, I definitely, low-rise jeans. Big low-rise jeans and thin eyebrows from the 2000s. Still obsessed with Shakira and 1998 Britney Spears, living in the past. I love people like this. I love talking to them because the things that matter to them are so funny to me, And it'd be like, oh, what do you mean you're not coming down to Wing Wednesday? We go to Wing Wednesday every Wednesday, and you're not going to go? What do you mean? Their vacation is like the same thing. We go to Vegas once a year for 3 days. What are you talking about? It's going to be a great time. You should come. I got friends like this. I used to have friends, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have friends at all. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe everybody fucking hates me. Who knows? Coming on here to talk about fucking podcast bullshit, This is hilarious, though. He's made himself look like a fool around town. I love the fact that this is definitely one of her friends that has emailed me and taken time out of her. What the fuck was that? An email. Oh, that was me. Taking time out of her, probably what the fuck? Busy schedule down there, right? Busy schedule. Apart from getting your pussy twerked out, I would say, there's not a lot of time in between serving chicken wings at Boston Pizza and fucking a bunch of young cubs, as they call them in the game. But yes, that's funny. The deadbeat mother too, and the 21-year-old. Maybe we should fill everyone in on the fact he kicked her windshield in one night after he stalked her whereabouts because she wouldn't return his calls or reply to his texts. It sounds like a match made in heaven. It'll keep both of you interested, You need this type of excitement in your life, If it sounds like you can't fight worth a shit, So, I mean, fuck. It's a perfect matchup. You can square up in the backyard. Before you know it, your kids will be able to kick his ass, and it's the perfect redneck trailer trash, you know, living in a fucking apartment in a small town. That's when you know that's rock bottom. That is knocking on the door of rock bottom. You know, I get it. I went off and I was like, well, you know, I'm not very materialistic and all that. But let's be honest, like I've never seen a nice apartment building in a small town. You've never seen it. They still let you smoke in them, for Christ's sakes. You know, every town drunk lives in. I remember when the first place that I moved out into was a 2-bedroom apartment in Tabor, Alberta. Yes, that's right, Tabor, Alberta. It was a nice little place, you know, perfect for moving out. It was cheap rent, super cheap rent. So it was that made it okay. But as time went on, you know, it just like you could smoke in the building still. I remember when we were moving in, we got a barbecue from Walmart to put on the balcony. And this old bird wearing a muumuu at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, just coming in from outside, having, I don't know what the hell she was doing. Maybe going for a little stroll around the park, right? And all I could hear is from a flight of stairs, halfway down oh, that's a nice barbecue. Wow, that's a nice barbecue. That was still one of the funniest things. I got one of my buddies to help me carry it up the stairs. God damn it, we were down. We almost dropped the fucking thing down the stairs. That's a nice barbecue. It's like, what the hell was that? It's fucking it. It's lurking in the shadows. No, we don't want that. We just want the fucking... There we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's get done with this. That's so funny. In response to the podcast. That's funny. Small towns, yeah, living in an apartment in a small town is the all-time, you know, you did it. Everybody's been there. You know, it's cheap rent. And if you're working in town for only a significant amount of time or you work out of town, it makes sense to put it's a cheaper solution than owning a fucking house that you're going to pay $2,000 a month on a mortgage. You could get like a cheap apartment for probably $600 a month in a small town. I'd go for it. Why not? Why not? That place is so funny. You could smoke in it. You could still smoke inside in there. They didn't give a shit. Nobody fucking cared. It just reeked like cigarettes. I remember when we got rid of that place and I moved back into my mom's house for like a few months before moving to Lethbridge. My stuff just reeked like darts. And she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you smoking in the house? Go outside like a civilized human being. Got fucking nicotine stains on the wall like it's 1967. Give it a rest, pal. Smoking Peter Jackson's half the time or Canadian Classics, some cheap cigarettes. Fucking everything stunk. It was disgusting. It was awful. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was me, my buddy, my girlfriend that I had in high school, and my one buddy all moved in together, and it was okay. I was the last one to turn 18. I was still 17 living in there, so they'd be going out getting hammered and fucking. I was fucking out of control then too. Yeah, that's so funny. It's small town living. Yeah. Well, in response. Just had to bark up for her. Yeah, well, he called into the podcast and decided to run his mouth, so we're going to go down there and give you a piece of our mind of what really went down. She sparks up a cigarette, leaned up, you know, got her, what are those fucking Rock Revival jeans? You remember those? Still hanging on tight to a fucking pair of Rock Revival jeans with the thong, the whale tail in the back. Like, can we retire that? It's over. It's done. That fashion statement has been stamped, mailed, and returned back home, only to be mailed out again and returned back home. It was never fucking cool, and it never will be cool. Give it a rest, okay? You're over here trying to fucking bark about your deadbeat mother and two friends. Meanwhile, she's over there. They said, what on the podcast? What the hell is a podcast? Who's this asshole talking about a podcast? What is a podcast? Is that I don't even know. I can't even riff off that. Is that when they put the cock in a pot in a cast? Is it breaking your dick in a little pot? You know those things are when guys are into that kinky shit and then they lock their cock and then somebody has the key and you can only piss through it. And if you get a hard on, it starts to hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? The other caged cock. Is that a podcast? Put your little little cast. I should have did that to him before he fucking smashed my windshield. And then I'd give him the key when he paid for the windshield to get replaced. Jesus Christ. I wish that type of shit was in my life from time to time. I don't want to be involved in it, but I love hearing about it, you know? I love hearing about the nonsense that happens in small towns. That's why I call my cousin Hoove every now and then. Say, what's shaking down there? And he's in and out. I know he tells me, oh, no, I don't fucking know. I know you know what's going on because the small town drama is the funniest. This maybe not so much because he's out here fucking rear-ending this lady as in running her off the road, smashing her windshield, stalking her because she doesn't fucking respond to texts or answer calls. The funny thing is he found her. That's the funny thing. That's a small town for you. He was able to find her. In the city, you can hide out wherever the fuck. Turn your geolocation off of Snapchat. Turn your Snap Maps off and you're golden. Don't post anything. Nope, not this lady. Ride or die. I love it. I love this type of shit. Fuck, maybe, could you imagine if I hosted like a reality show slash like talk show, I guess, and we bring in guests like this and we try to hash it out and we find ways to do that. We just like, if you and your significant other are fighting, I will act as a therapist and offer advice on how to fix it. Maybe we get to see some fights. Maybe I don't think I can put like a court order or anything in place to, like, she has to, you know, we'll put in like little goofy things like, oh yeah, on his birthday for the next 4 years, you have to give him anal. And then, you know, and because of that, for the next 4 years, your counter offer, you get to fuck him with a strap on once a year. That's it. So we're even. And you get to pick that date. So if anal for anal around here, hole for hole. What the fuck? Why would you do this to me, hack? I go full feminist. And I'm like always siding with the chicks and with the hopes of like getting some sniz. You know, you can be for the boys until there's enough women in a room, you know? And you're like, fuck. Some sniz doesn't seem so horrible right now. Which would be kind of funny. Jesus. Small town living. There's enough drama. I guess I got drama a little bit in my life with, but that's fun drama with the roast battles, you know? You get to kind of fucking play and it's wrestling in a way. You get to fuck with people and it's not vindictive, you know? It's everything, all is fair in this war that we've created for ourselves where I don't think I'd ever drive down to Calgary and smash Sam Walker's windshield. I don't think it would ever get to that, but hey, I don't know. I'd definitely run him off the road and rear end him. That's for sure. I'll put that out there. I would do that. Why not? It'll make for a good season of roast battles, right? Would it not? Me and him now have to go and have a court battle with one another. And we just like, hey, listen, Your Honor, we'd like to settle this the old-fashioned way. Me and him have 7 roast jokes written, and we'd like you to listen to them. And whoever has the best roast jokes, I guess, is the guilty one. And they're like, what the hell are you talking about? That's not how court works. Well, people's court, it does. People's court, it does. So I have 7 jokes. Sam has 7 jokes. And we would like you, the judge, unless you'd like to bring in a jury. We're perfectly fine with a jury. And we'll figure out, for once and for all, who was guilty in this situation. He provoked me while we were sitting there eating chicken wings. Now, could we both have been drunk? I don't know. I'm not going to admit that on the stand. Off the record, though, had a few beers. Not going to lie. Sober mind wouldn't do such a thing. That's why I sit before you, Your Honor, and I'm going to deliver some of the finest roasting that you've ever heard in your life. And you get to be the deciding factor on who's walking out of this room a guilty man. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? Well, technically, the law in this country is a bit of a joke. If we're being honest, the law in this country is a bit of a joke. You do 7 years for a murder. That's nothing. Down in the States, they'll hammer you with like 468 years. You're not even going to live that long, but it's just a principle. They just add it up. They'll stack it on top of one another. You're going to be in the hammer. They're just going to let your bones get picked out in the yard by a bunch of crows and vultures. Not here. The law is a bit of a joke. So that's why we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Settle it with some roast jokes. And you'll be able to see some of those roast jokes May 6th. Me in the final. Uncle Hack. Alicia Schneider. I get to say mean things to women, and people are going to pay to listen to it. How beautiful is that? What a life I live. I am blessed. I am truly blessed. I get to degrade women and get paid for it, and possibly win a championship title. I'm living my dream. I really am. I am living my goddamn dream, if you ask me. Well, thank you for listening to another episode of the Uncle Hack Podcast. Every week, Wednesday at 3 p.m., you can tune in to us, or you can get this episode that you're listening to early at patreon.com/dangercat69.